Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Alex here from Hannemann Ironworks, and today we'll be doing some woodworking. Yeah, you heard me right. We're building a new stand for my anvil. I'm jacking it up 3 inches. My back isn't liking it being so low. It's about an inch under my knuckle, so I'm raising it up 2 inches. It's gonna be right about there on my knuckle. I'm not sure how you can see it. It's coming up a little bit. That way I have a better posture at the anvil. My back's not liking the low one so much. It's worked great. I do have a striking anvil that's even a little bit lower than this anvil is currently. So when I need to go between the legs, or if I have someone else striking with me, or if I'm making a hammer or something, I really need to get that extra little bit of swing in, I can go over to the striking anvil and use that. I also have a little anvil back here that I may be putting on a stand. I'm not sure. You can't even see it at all. It's a mess back there. But yeah, so I'm putting this up to 33 inches. It's currently sitting at 30, and I just need it taller. So let's get along with that. I'm trying to build a fairly professional stand, so it's going to look really nice. However, we'll wait and see. So I did buy some materials. I bought, I believe it's inch, 3/16 by inch at 4 foot. This is to wrap around the anvil stand. I bought 2 of them. And I bought 16 lag bolts, and then I bought, I'm gonna show you real quick. And I bought some lumber right here, and it's 2 by 12, which dimensionally it's 1.5 by 11. Be cutting this down. Gonna make a nice anvil stand. I'll probably have some leftover lumber. Wait and see what I do with that. All right. That getting out of the way, let's jump into it. I'm gonna cut this wood at exactly 23 inches. My anvil is 10 inches high, 10 inches tall. So raise that up, and then yeah, so 23 inches. I'm gonna just start cutting off the board. A little clip of that. So let's get going. Alright guys, so after a not so happy accident, I've taken a 2-day break to let my finger heal up. I smashed it and sliced off a good chunk of the skin with the hammer. Anyway, I totally took off a chunk of my finger, so wrapped up, and then I got the glove over it. So I'm gonna still work out here. Finger doesn't hurt anymore. It just looks really gnarly. So yeah. Alright, so I'm going to be cheating. I need just about 1.5 inches more to my anvil stand. It would totally work with just 8 boards of the 2 by 12. However, I think it would be better if I give myself an extra 1.5 inches. So I grabbed a 2 by 6 and I cut it up into 23-inch lengths. Right, we put it in here. I took an angle grinder cook with a flat disc on it, knocked off all the dirt and crap that was all over it because it's been sitting out for a while. So make sure it's all nice and pretty, right? Line her up on both ends. There's gonna be a little bit of a gap in the middle that doesn't worry me too much. If it really did, I would figure out a better way to do this. However, my anvil's gonna be sitting right over it, so you'll never know unless you look at it from the bottom, which will be seldom. So that's what I'm doing. Just figure I'd let you know. Got these ones in the fire. brushing them off to remove the scale. And I want blackfish on it. I've been soaking in vinegar to remove all of the zinc on it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Times 2. Alright guys, so I got the 2 brackets forged out, and I got all of the bolts done. You know, they used to be zinced, and so I let them sit in vinegar for like 50 hours. I know it's overkill, they only really needed like 24. But I was playing video games because I banged up my finger, like you guys know already. And I didn't feel like coming out here. So I'm out here now, wearing a glove, obviously, whatever. This one's hot. This one's colder. Yeah, it's cold. Alright, and so what I'm doing is I'm putting the brackets here. There's going to be a gap in the middle. It's alright. I knew that when I bought the steel, I would have had to buy like a 5-foot bar to get like an extra 2 inches. And that's like an extra $5 to go from 4 foot to 5 foot at Home Depot. So I decided against it. But what I'm doing is I'm going to put this bracket on here, and it's all coated in boiled linseed oil. It's very heavily coated in boiled linseed oil. I haven't wiped any off, clearly. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on. Center punch. Alright, so I'm going to be drilling some, like a pilot hole or a starting hole, and I'm just be using a 1/4 inch drill bit before I get into the big stuff, into the actual size. I'm going to be using 3-in-1 multi-purpose oil. Alright, so there we have one hole. Then we'll be moving up to 1/2 inch. Just a starter hole. So, I'm not going to bore you guys by watching me do that, but I'm going to do it on this side, then I'm going to screw it down, and then I'm going to do it on the sides. So, yeah. Alright guys, so I got the holes drilled out. It took me a little bit, but I went and grabbed my car kit, because I couldn't, or I don't have any, you know, size sockets that just happen to sit in my socket set, because this is a, what, 1-inch socket or something like that? No, this is a 19 mil apparently, but it fits the bolt head. So, right, that's what I'm going for. You could obviously do this with a crescent wrench. It's unlikely that your socket sets would have such a big head on it, but I'm just using this because I have it. So, I'm not going to drive these all the way home because I fear that the corners might be a little warped. So I'm going to drive them almost all the way home, but leave the bolt head popping up, probably like a good 1/4 inch. Because I'll drive it all the way home. When I have everything in the right spot, I want everything to line up right. So that's kind of my concern. Because I'm fairly certain some of these corners are a little bit bent, and it's hard to get them in the propane forge. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to do some of this with a crescent wrench, but you get the idea. So, come back with you when I have the top part and the bottom part all wrapped, drilled out, and the bolt heads in. Alright folks, so here it is. We got the stump all assembled. We got the brackets here and here. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm taking a good old-fashioned propane torch, just a camping bottle. Apparently some of you guys don't know, these are cheaper and there's more propane in them than the long bottles. I've been using that for a while. I stumbled across it right as I started. I'm like, oh, that's pretty slick. These are the same adapter. So I use those, they don't tip over. But I'm just taking it, I'm hitting the side of it. I will be hitting the top, however there will be more work done on the top. But I want it to look pretty cool right now. So I'm hitting all the sides with the torch, and you can come back with some boiled linseed oil and apply it with just a rag. So that's what I'm doing real quick. So come along with me. Quick little interjection in the video. Huge shout out to Shamrock Forge, Sully over there. I happen to be wearing a shirt and figured quick little shout out. So he gave me a pretty sweet deal on some cable, and he gave me a shirt completely for free. So appreciate it, Sully. Back onto the video. So that's how it's done. Now just go around all the sides of the anvil. Make sure to hit every section. I'm just doing them section by section by section. It's just easier that way. If you want, grab a chair, prop it up. You don't have to crouch over, but that's what I'm doing. So come back with you when this is all done. And a quick note, this is not mandatory. Don't have to do it. Heck, even these straps around it are optional. All you have to do is get an all thread drill straight through the anvil from the faces, right, and cap them, and it should hold together just fine. I just think the brackets look cool, so I'm just going a little over the top, but I think it looks better this way, so that's what I'm doing. Alright guys, the day's work's over. I'm gonna head in, I'm gonna shower, and eat some food. So here it is, right here. This is not mounting the anvil, this was just how to make the stand. Next week I'll have mounting the anvil video. It took a few scars, like right here. I cut a little bit into the foot, but that's okay. I had to do what I had to do to liberate it from this awful stand. This one I'm proud of, that one I'm not. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this video, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And yeah, so this was how to mount or how to make an anvil stand. And yeah, so catch you guys in the next one. I'll be mounting the anvil, and see you later.